What's up and welcome back to another video, guys. Today and over the next 7 days, I'm going to be challenging myself to build a LEGO Star Wars MOC every day. So without further ado, let's get right on into this video. Now for day one, I want to start off kind of small. I already put together this little base kind of thing with the dimensions that I want to use for my first MOC for today. I don't really know what I want to build yet. I just know that I want it to fit on this little base plate type thing that I put together, and I guess I'll just get along working on it. Now I was going to do time lapses, however I do believe if I do time lapses this is going to be like a 45 to an hour long video, and I don't want that. So I'm going to build this and I'll catch you guys after I have finished this MOC. I have finished the MOC for day one, and I think it came together pretty nicely. I decided to go for some sort of entrance to like a clone base on a big landing pad or platform, and I think it did turn out pretty nice. I have Midnight Squadron led by Commander Whiteout coming out of these doors, who are surrounded by some droids. You got some super battle droids and some commando droids. It's very plainly just tiled off, but I think that kind of does depict that landing pad pretty good. Got some barrels back there to make it less empty, and I also put together these cool little barricades, which I think turned out really cool. I was just messing around with pieces, and I came up with this cool little design of interlocking them, and I think it looks really cool, and I think it adds a lot to this MOC, having some sort of barricade for these clones to hide behind. And then it's just a simple little archway for the door, and I have some doors that you can kind of open and close. It doesn't work very well because, you know, it wasn't really the main focus of this. I wanted to focus on the battle and not the actual playability features and stuff. And I did make a tiny interior, mostly just because it looked weird to just have this door leading to nothing. So there's just this small little area right here. I've got this little barrel and a little control panel, but not really much going on there, because it just looked really weird to have this door lead to nothing. But I think for the first day, I think I'm starting off strong. I think I do like this MOC a lot, and I think it turned out pretty good, and I'm excited to see where I can take this tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to build, but I guess we'll wait and see. It is the second day of the 7-day MOC challenge, and today I think I want to take a different direction from what I normally build and step out of my comfort zone a little bit. Now I have a ton of original trilogy kind of characters, Lego figures that I have never used in a MOC before, just because I'm not the biggest original trilogy fan. I more like the Clone Wars and the prequels. I think those are definitely my favorite sources of Star Wars media, but I still do like the original trilogy, so I want to try and build a MOC for them. So I do think maybe you call it lazy, I call it efficient. I'm going to use the same base that I threw together for yesterday's MOC. I just ripped everything off of it, and I'm going to build a original trilogy style MOC with some stormtroopers, some rebels, maybe Darth Vader and Luke. I'll throw them in there. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I was thinking of doing some sort of ruin, like some of the ruins on Yavin, but I'll see what I end up coming up with, and I'll catch you guys after I finish this MOC. I have finished the MOC, and I think it turned out pretty good. I think I will definitely revisit the kind of original trilogy style MOC with those kind of minifigures, because I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I would love to revisit it on a bigger scale. Maybe I'll even do another one in this video on one of the future days. I'm not sure yet, but basically we've got a little ruin on Yavin. I was basing this off of one of the old Battlefront 2 maps from, I think, the 2005 one, because I used to play that a lot on the PS2 with my brother, and it was a lot of fun. And I do remember a map similar to this one. Not really, it was just Yavin, and it had a big gray kind of pyramid ruin thing. I don't even know if it was Yavin. It was just like a foresty kind of world, but I'm going to assume that it was, and I think that this one turned out pretty good. We have Darth Vader coming in with some stormtroopers through this little bit of a ruin just built up with some random pieces. I think it turned out okay. I mean, there's not much to do with a ruins kind of structure, because it's kind of all fallen apart. But we have Darth Vader leading some stormtroopers who have run into Luke Skywalker and a couple of rebels to put up a bit of a fight. I just did some basic terrain with some leaf and grass pieces, which I think turned out okay. There's definitely room for more detail, and then a bit of a tree right there, which I think does kind of add a lot to this MOC and make it seem like it's more in a forest, not just some plains kind of area. But I do think this one turned out pretty good, and I am very happy with, finally using these minifigures and building this style of MOC. But that is the MOC for today, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for day 3. It is day 3, and today is a super busy day for me. I need to leave in 30 minutes, but I think now is the only time that I'll actually have to build a mock because I'm sleeping over one of my friends' houses. So I need to get this done now, and I need to get it done pretty quick because I have a few things that I need to do before I leave. So I'm gonna see what I can come up with. I'm probably just gonna give myself 20 minutes, but I need to get on this right now, so I'll catch you guys after. This is the small mock that I was able to come up with in, I think it took about 12 minutes for me to build. I am sorry this one has to be such a bit of a letdown, but I think given the time frame, it still turned out pretty good. I think I definitely carried it with the figures. It's just a very basic kind of terrain with that dark tan and gray color scheme into a little droid base. There's no really details in there because I did not have time. And then we have a commando squad coming in to seize this base, and they've come up against some commando droids, and I reused this little like barricade piece that I put together that I really like, and I think I will definitely be making more and using them in a bigger scale mock at some point. But that is the mock for day 3. Once again, I'm super sorry that it was on such a tight time constraint, but I promise that I'll make it up to you with some crazy mocks at the end of this video. It is day 4 of the mock a day challenge for a week, and today I want to try my hands at a mock that I've been wanting to build for a while. I've just never really gotten around to it. So today I'm going to be building Umbara. Now I can't really do this on a big scale because I have to go to work in an hour, but I'm gonna see what I can get done in that hour, and I guess I'll just show you guys what I'm able to come up with. I am done, and I think it turned out pretty good. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna like go about building the terrain and stuff, but I think I was able to get it done pretty good. And I was thinking, I'm pretty sure Umbara is one of, if not the most like iconic arcs from the Clone Wars. I just know it's like the one that everyone talks about. So I just, it's something that I've wanted to build for a while, and I've finally been able to build it. I'd love to revisit it on a bigger scale at some point, but for now, I think this will do. Now, I decided to do where General Krell ordered the 501st and the 212th to, fight because they thought the Umbarans were wearing their armor. But spoiler alert, they definitely were not. It was just clones versus clones. I thought that was a really good scene. Very, very sad, when Waxer dies. But we've got the 212th taking on the 501st with Fives and Captain Rex. Unfortunately, there is no Lego Waxer, so, wasn't really able to include that. But I kind of just went for this, like, black kind of terrain. I tried to get it as, like, foreign as I could, I guess. I got like these little like pieces here to like for all like the weird plants, and then I built up the little spires out of the rubber tire pieces, and I think they actually look really cool. I wasn't sure how I was going to build those, so I just started stacking those up, and I think they look really cool, and I think they turned out pretty good. And then I have like that weird like red kind of stuff in the background because there's like a lot of weird like colors going on in the background of Umbara, and I think this one turned out really cool. This was actually a lot of fun to build, and like I said, maybe I'll do this on like a really big scale at some point because I think it'd be cool to do like those big towers that they're in when they go to arrest General Krell. So that could be cool, but I think that's it for the mock for today, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. It is day 5 of the 7-day mock challenge, and I honestly have no clue what I'm going to build today, but I do have a bit of time to, think and, like, trial and error, so I guess I'm just going to go mess around with some different ideas. There's a few figures that I do really want to try and use in a mock, but we'll see if I'm able to do anything with that, so I'll catch you guys after I build today's mock. Okay, I have finished the mock. I wanted to go, my inspiration for this mock was Ryloth from the Clone Wars. I knew that I wanted to use the 2008 style clones for this mock, and I thought that Ryloth kind of was a good inspiration and a good like terrain to build just given the pieces that I had on hand. So I went for like a very like gray centered like, I don't know, color scheme with hints of that dark tan, and I think it turned out pretty good. I made a nice little elevation change. There's not much going on like from the terrain. It's just like a big boring open area, but I threw in lots of minifigures to make this one as interesting as I could. Down on the lower level, we have Obi-Wan taking on Count Dooku, and we got Commander Cody and some of the 212th coming in behind him to take on this small army of droids who have this small custom crab droid that I built in a previous video. And there's a staff up there, which is on a bit of an angle. The driver's going a little crazy, drifting around. And then if we come up top, I have Mace Windu leading in the elite ARF troopers to take down these commando droids who are trying to flank from the up top area. And I thought this came together really well. I'm actually pretty happy with how this worked out. I didn't know how the rock work was going to go just because I don't really have many sloped pieces, but I think I did a pretty good job on that. that. And there's not really much else to say about this one. I think it's a pretty basic mock, but I do think that it gets the job done. And I do like how it looks. There's some small details in here, but I definitely want to go more detailed than some of the future mocks. But that is going to conclude it for today's mock, and I will see you all tomorrow. It is day 6, well, more like night 6. It is 11:05 p.m. right now. I was out all day and I got back later than I thought I was going to, but we still have some time to make it and get this mock done on day 6 and not go over to day 7. So I'm gonna go, it'll probably be a quick small one, but I will see what I can get done and I will catch you guys after I finish this mock. It is day 7, the final day of the mock a day for a week challenge. It has been a long but a very fun road. I've had a lot of fun doing these, and I want to end it off with a bang. I want to build the best mock yet, and what better way to do that than going back to day 1 and building a clone base. Now, I don't have a inherent plan for this, but we'll figure it out along the way, and I've got up nice and early. Well, not really. I mean, it's 8:30, so I'll be able to spend pretty much all day building. I don't have work or anything really today, so I'll be able to build as much as I can. So I'm gonna get this mock done and I will catch you guys after I finish it. Okay, there's been a bit of an unfortunate change of plans. I got called into work, so I have to leave here at about 1:15, and it is currently 10, so I have only about 3 hours to complete this mock now. So yeah, that kind of not good. I thought I was going to have a lot more time for this, so I'm going to have to change up my idea because I do not have time to do what I originally wanted to do, but we have to complete this challenge, so I'm going to have to get this done. So I'm going to change it up a little bit and see what I can get done in these 3 hours. Hopefully I can complete it. If not, I might be back in time. I'll probably get home around 11 if I were to guess, so that would give me an hour if I really need it, but we will see. Hopefully I can get it done, but I'll just catch you guys once I'm able to finish this mock. I have finished the mock. It turned out pretty good given the time restraint. I am very disappointed that I wasn't able to do what I originally wanted to do and set out to do. This was supposed to be the big kind of finishing touch on the 7-day challenge, but nonetheless, I did build the mock and we have completed the challenge, and it's not bad. It's just not what I wanted to build. But here we have the 501st coming in to attack and destroy a droid base. Right now in the front we have Anakin taking on General Grievous. Hold on, I'll get better angles going if this doesn't fall apart. There we go, that's a better angle. We've got Anakin fighting General Grievous while this big battle is about to start. We have all these droids coming out. There's a tank back there and a droid carrier coming out of the doors. And then we have tons of 501st clone troopers. We've got Rex, we've got Fives, and just a ton of 501st clone troopers. And we've got the AT-TE, and there's even a little jet trooper coming up off of that. And there is a poor clone trooper who did unfortunately get squished by the AT-TE. He was in the way and he got stepped on. So unfortunate for him. But these clones, they're running into a bit of some super battle droids and a bunch of just normal battle droids. And they're going to try and get in here and take the droid factory. Now, up top, we've got this commando squad who has come in to try and help and get behind enemy lines to take out some of the defenses, but they've been met by some assassin droids, a crab droid, and some super battle droids, but they're going to try and take out this tank before it can destroy the AT-TE. Now, if we move in, there is an interior, a bit of a small interior, but it's still a pretty nice interior. I tried to build a bit of a droid factory. See if I can turn this around without it falling off my table, because that would not be good. I think we got it. There we go. Now coming inside of the droid factory, I built what I could. Starting off, we'll start up up here. Count Dooku is overseeing this whole operation, you know, as he does, and he is ordering some commando droids to go out and take out the commandos that are upstairs to, you know, not foil their plans. And then there's just some battle droids over here as well who are coming up to check out what's going on and to help out. As we move down here, we get into the actual factory portion. Now, I wanted to do this a lot bigger, but I did run out of time. So right here we got some extra parts, some weapons, a barrel, and here is one of the conveyor belts with the droids being built. You have all your little machines, you got this little like stamp thing that stamps down the parts. And I think it's pretty good. I took the inspiration from what it looks like on Geonosis, kind of. I couldn't really do it to scale, which I really wanted to do, but maybe next time I can revisit that. And that is to build the super battle droids. And then over here we have some more building stuff for the other battle droids. You got your little like things, once again, that can move around, kind of iron them into place, or I guess solder them. Weld them. I don't know. How are they? I would assume that they're welded because they're kind of like they're metal, but I don't know. And then you got this other one down here to connect the legs, and the little stamper thing once again to stamp down the body parts. And there's just more parts back there and there, and then a droid working on the little command station to control the door. And here's the other side of that droid carrier coming out to add some reinforcements. But that is pretty much all there is for this MOC. Like I said, it was a very basic and boring one, and I am sorry for that. I thought I was going to have a ton more time to really bring this MOC to life, but I didn't, and I wasn't really accounting for a change of plans, unfortunately. But I think nonetheless, it's still a pretty good MOC. So that is going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Stay safe. Drew, signing out.